I don't know if it's going live everywhere. I'm gonna have to check,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be. People could possibly be hearing us right now, and nothing will be happening. They'll be seeing a blank screen because Franco doesn't know what he's doing on occasions. So,
Okay. I got the notification from YouTube.
yay! Hi, everybody. This is Catching Up with Franco, and we're gonna be doing some stuff, even though nobody's here yet. Nobody. So it's alright though. It's alright. We're gonna be doing some drawings and stuff tonight. It was a last minute thing, and Wayne was good enough to be here, so we'll just start it up, shall we? Let's start it up. Let's do it.
Franco, yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now, Franco. Yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now.
Hello. How are you? Hi, Wayne. How's
Hi,
things?
Franco. Pretty good. I don't think you shared it to everybody
Oh, on the Facebook. That's right.
on the Facebooks.
Yeah, I got to change my my settings. Always, every time. Every time. Every time. You're right. There we go. Now we're on Facebook Live as well. Although I don't think we're on the Instagram.
I don't see on the Instagrams.
I can't see it. So it was an experiment. So we'll see. But it says I am. It says I'm live, but nobody knows these things. So anyway, how are you, Wayne? How's things?
Pretty good.
Good.
Survived 3 hours of Dune Part
Did
2.
you?
Yeah. Made sure, public service announcement, if you are going to see Dune, go to the bathroom break beforehand. Do not get the big gulp drink. If you do get a drink, drink it very slowly throughout the movie because it's a long one.
I would imagine. Yeah, I had no interest in seeing it, but my son's like, "Oh, maybe we'll go." So maybe we'll go on a cheap day or something.
Mhm.
Who knows? Who knows? Oh, I think we're live on the Instagram now too. I think
Okay,
I
we'll
figured
check
it
it
out. All right. So yeah, it's just me and Wayne tonight, and we're gonna. Is it on there?
It's on there.
It's on there. Cool.
Yeah, and you have a following.
Hey, cool. Hi everybody. This is Catching Up with Franco. If you're not sure, we did this kind of last minute, so the intro to the show already happened. We did the pre-intro to the show before we did the intro to the show, and it was just a last minute thing. I said, "Hey Wayne, you around tonight?" And he said yes, because I have to check with Wayne because he's got a much more full social life than I do. I don't have anything to do.
No, there's no hockey tonight for me, so I'm good.
Oh, there you go. I caught you on a good night. So
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, I just texted him. I said, "Hey, you around tonight?" I was thinking about doing a video. I was going to be on here by myself, but no guest, just me. Just catch up with me. We can ask me questions. But you know what I have to get ready for is I have to get ready for the con season. And usually, what I like to do for the con season is I like to do a bunch of drawings and stuff like that, or paintings actually, because I've been doing drawings. But I get complacent in my own little world where I just sit here and I do my drawings and I have my TV on and I'm in my own bubble and I'm like, oh, you know what? I could have just stream this and talk to people, but I don't because I'm just in my bubble and I don't I don't move out of it. So tonight I'm like, I got to move out of it. So I'm gonna add my desk here and figure out how we did this so you can see my desk. There it is. And I think you can focus on this thing too. So you'll see the shadows on my hands. Oh, there it is. There's a focus. It's happening.
We
So
already
this is
have
a
a
drawing I
comment.
did. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you have any questions or anything, just shout them out and we'll answer. But I was going to do some drawings for painting preps. Usually, what I do is I do a bunch of sketches and stuff like that, and then I transfer them to Canvas later and stuff. So if you have any questions like the one Wayne's about to read, set them up, throw them out there.
Well, on Instagram, Tessa Clary says, my dad says hi.
Oh, I know her. That's Mike Pellerito. Hi, Mike Pellerito. Hi. If you're watching, say hi. Why is she saying hi? Why are you not saying hi? That's it. That's the comment. That's the comment. That's the response to your comment. So there. Anyway, I like to do paintings. And when I do paintings, I do weird paintings. I like to throw around color a lot, Wayne. So I'm going to just, I don't know, putz around, see what happens. Take suggestions maybe from people. If I had thought this out all the way, I would have gotten some of the stuff I have on Canvas already, but it's all the way over there. It's all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here. So I don't think I'm going to go over there right now, So, hey, what are you going to do? Well, there's people. I see people up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. What's some suggestions and stuff? Throw them out there. So anyway, I interrupted you. You saw the Dune. It was the 3 hours.
It was the 3 hours. I have already talked to Mitch because Mitch saw it with Jerry Ordway last night or yesterday afternoon. And my only thing is I'm interested in seeing how it differs from the book because there's some elements that were kind of left out and how it ended. Obviously, there'll be a Dune Part 3, but it just sort of ended. And I was just trying to go, is that how I remembered? So I have to dig up my copy of Dune and just sort of go through the last chapter.
Do we know, or have they made public how many parts it's going to be?
I thought I heard Denis said that he wanted to do 3. So Dune Part 3 was going to adapt Heretics of Dune.
Oh,
Heretics, sorry, Children of Dune. Oh my, no, sorry, Dune Messiah. Gotta get the books in the right order. It's Dune Messiah that's next.
Those were never any books that I got into at all, really. I never read them. I think mostly because I saw the size of them, and I'm like, oh my god, do I have to read all of that if I read it?
Yeah, and they have sometimes the names too. It sort of suffers from the Game of Thrones names, like the Songs of Fire and Ice, that you might go in. I don't understand this. Why is this character has 3 different names for the same person?
But then isn't there also other authors? Didn't other authors take over, like his son or something like that?
Over? His son Brian took over, taking some of the notes that his father left behind, and worked with Christopher Golden.
Oh, really?
To tell the story, the prequels, which would deal with the different houses, the House Carina, the House Harkonnen, and the House Atreides. So, and then what happens afterwards, because the last book is Chapter House Dune, and it's sort of left on a cliffhanger. So I forget what the next book was, but there's it was based on the note that Frank left behind that his son and Christopher put together.
Interesting.
Or I think Christopher's the son. It's sort of like, it'd be like the Silmarillion for J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah,
it wasn't quite finished, and his son sort of pieced it together.
Interesting.
Because I've only read up to Chapter House Dune. I've only read the first 6 books that Frank Herbert wrote.
So now here's an interesting thing. Like I just started drawing this guy. I don't know why I started drawing this guy, but I did, and I drew this guy, and now he's not going to be a painting. And this is the way it works with my painting. Like I'll usually do a sketch. I hardly ever do anything straight to canvas. I do sometimes, But
Have you seen the
sometimes I don't.
processes like Joe Jusko or Dan Brereton in
No,
their painting?
I haven't seen any of those.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to. I love both of their work
Hmm.
a lot, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it's going to kind of throw me in a direction that I'm not comfortable with because I'm not used to doing that type thing. You know. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll kind of influence me in a way that I don't want to be,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Well, James Michael Hammond says hello. So does
Oh yeah,
Philip
man.
A. Buck.
Hello, guys.
And Gianni on Instagram says, hi, Mr. A.
Oh, hi, Gianna. I think it's Gianna.
Gianna, yes.
Yeah,
It's just
cool.
that there was a GI dot A dot NNI.
Yeah,
So
that's
it just
Gianna.
wasn't too
Hi, Gianna.
Gianna. Okay.
She was a student of mine,
Sweet.
and
D.
she is no
Brad
longer the student.
says,
Oh yeah, D. Brad.
well, yeah, D. Brad, that when the student becomes the teacher, the
Yeah,
master. Hey, that's a Star Wars reference.
Gianna is an amazing painter. If you are on the Instagrams, you should follow her because she's a terrific artist. No.
D. Brad, oh hey, Franco and Wayne, I saw that you guys were streaming. What are we catching up on?
D. Brad, we have no idea. It's wherever things will take us. That's what we're going to catch up on. But my thought here was to I don't know, do some sketching, and specifically for paintings, because I want to start getting ready for some of the shows, and so I don't know where this is all going to lead. Maybe Wayne knows more than than I do, but I have no idea where it's going to
Oh,
lead.
my con season has been cut short for a little bit until I'm back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
But we do have a suggestion from Jay Nesmith.
Yeah.
He says, hello, guys. Franco, Plastic Man would be fun
Ooh.
for you to see you draw.
All right. You know what? I'm going to write that right up here.
Channeling some Jack Cole.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on Plastic Man right after, because I got this sketch in my head right now, where even though I don't know where it's going, and a lot of times I'll leave sketches halfway through, and then go back. I don't know, a year later maybe. Sometimes I'll find them, but I have to get it to a point where I can leave it, because right now I got a picture of in my head like what, even though I don't know what this character is or what they're doing.
Oh, got another suggestion.
Yeah.
From Denise Track. Draw Denise Track.
I know Denise Track. She used to be a coworker, and she would often ask me that all the time while we were working as well. She's like, "Oh, draw me for your class."
And
So
we got a hello from all the way from New Zealand from Mike Hardigan.
yeah. Hi, Mike. How's it going? You know, Mike should be on the show with me.
There you go.
I should send him the link, and he should come on. But maybe next time. I got to keep that in mind. Mike is an amazing cartoonist. I love his artwork, and we're working on a secret project together. So
quiet.
So hopefully we'll be able to talk about that soon. But yeah.
Alberto Hernandez says hello from himself and his daughter. Loves your Teen Titans.
Oh, thanks.
I'll
Hopefully
have to
you were
share her
able to...
work with you one day. Her name is Gabriella.
Yeah, please do. Hopefully you picked up the new book. The new book is Teen Titans Go to the Library. It just came out not too long ago. I'm going to get some more paper because I like a few sheets of paper when I draw. When it gets down to one and I can feel the board underneath it, it's a no-go for me. I know. I have issues. I'm sorry.
Look, I know one particular artist who I will not shame. The feel of the paper has to be extremely smooth, or that artist cannot draw on it.
I can understand that. I can draw on almost anything, but I can understand that.
Yeah, and there can't be any tooth to the paper.
All right, so this is Plastic Man. This is maybe some generating ideas for Plastic Man. Let's see. And
Mike is absolutely keen for that for a live stream.
Yeah, we gotta. Let's set up a time and do it. So I'm not gonna invite you on this one because We don't know what we're doing here, but definitely for the next one, we will discuss. Maybe next week sometime if you're available, Mike. That'd be cool. We could sit and talk and discuss things.
Anise_AA says hello on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Anise. She was a student as well.
Okay.
I like that all my former students are showing up.
Now, from Philip A. Buck, Franco, are you familiar with Red Noise Studio? Chris Sickles. I feel like you dig his work.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna go back into the comments and look at this later and see, but I don't know who that is or the studio. But I would like that very much.
Dan Wininski says hello, guys. Can't wait to see Franco at C2E2.
Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna be there. That's why I need to do some of these paintings, because I need to have some paintings for when we get over there.
Eduardo Souza says hello from Brazil.
Oh yeah, hi Eduardo. How are you? If you guys have any questions, shout them out too. I love that everybody's saying hello, but you can also shout out some questions.
Or even suggestions of characters that Franco can draw. Stump the Franco.
Yeah, I may not get to them, but this is the first one I got is Plastic Man, so I'm gonna this one it feels like already it feels like this is not going to be a painting, that it'll probably be a sketch. But I'm gonna.
So you've been stumped.
Well, not so much stumped, because my painting ideas have to be very specific, because they tend to generate different ideas with color for me, and sometimes if it gets too specific in terms of what it is, it doesn't work out in terms of a painting, if that makes sense. I don't know that I'm making any sense.
Gianni says you're the best teacher.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. But I am no longer teaching. So, but that's okay, because Gianna graduated. So.
Jason Giaconetti says, hey, yeah.
Hi, Jason. Jason Giaconetti and I have a project that we're launching on Kickstarter.
That's another secret one, isn't it?
No, not anymore. It's okay. It's actually some stuff. You know what? I could probably show some here. It's a project that we're launching hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We're looking at a target date of March 12th as a launch date. We just submitted everything to Kickstarter, so it takes a couple of days for them to come back and say yay or nay, and I'm sure they're going to say yay from everything I've seen. I can show you some of the artwork while we're here. So I think, yeah. So I don't know. Can you see this? Can you see? Yeah, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So this is the cover to the Who's Who book. Let me go flat. There we go. Flat. So there's the cover to the Who's Who book of LXT. This was created by Mr. Jason Giaconetti and myself. And then here's the cover, black and white. You'll see the color versions on the launch of the Kickstarter. So here's the cover to the game itself, and then some descriptions, and then here's some full color artwork of some of the characters. I'll just go through a couple, so this way you can. And this is one of my favorite guys. Created him, and then here's the color version. Colors by the amazing Zach Atkinson. We'll go one more. That's this little demon guy. I'm not going to reveal his name right now, but then there's the color version.
Hey, it's Yoko.
Yoko Chips. So yeah, so LXT is going to be launching. We're thinking target date March 12th. That's what we're thinking in terms of target date. It could be sooner, might be later, but it's a target date of March 12th. So we would appreciate it if you guys can help us out with that. We're looking for a funding goal of $3,000, so it's not a lot. but we got some cool stuff planned, and unfortunately, we're only going to be able to ship within the United States, but we're going to put out like because shipping is weird with Kickstarter. So if anybody wants it for internationally, we have a system I think set up where we're going to have them put in the address of the store here in New York, and then pay for shipping outside. So we got something worked out. We'll be able to do it, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm excited for the project. So the project is an actual card game where we have 12 cards in the set. And if we reach a stretch goal, we're going to get to 18 cards for the full set and 2 comic books. So you can order all those things together, and they're not comic books. I should rephrase that, because they're not actually comic books. They're going to be 2 prose books. One is a Who's Who book, so it'll have the character, and you'll be able to see a little bit of their background. And the other one is a prose book with all new stories that I wrote with my son. So they're like not background, I guess background stories, but not origin stories, but like, background stories, like something happened in their, in their history, and we pluck those stories out of there. So then we had some fun with that, and I invited a whole bunch of friends of mine to draw the characters in their style. So that's going to be the second book. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. So we'll see what happens there too. We'll see. So yeah, definitely thinking this is not going to be a painting, but trying to figure out what to do with them in terms of. I feel like a lot of my stuff starts out like, you remember, Al Hirschfeld,
Mhm.
the cartoonist, the Broadway cartoonist. I love his stuff, and I love his lines and his shapes and stuff like that. So a lot of my stuff starts to look that way. It never ends up looking that way, but it starts to look that way.
It's the journey.
Yeah, it because it'll look like this, all weird and swirly and stuff like that. Because I know that he, I love this stuff. I've been looking at this stuff for years. So it starts out that way, and then I put my inks and colors in it and stiffens up. So it's weird, because I'm an artist that likes my pen drawings better than I like my finished drawings. So yeah, those of you that have been watching any amount of time other than today, I'm weird. So there. That's all I have to say about that. Right.
Taylor Fitz Triple Y says you're her teacher or his teacher, her teacher from 2013. So cool to see this.
Oh man.
Looks like everyone from your past is coming to join you. It's almost like the Scrooge thing.
Yeah, this is my life. We're doing it. Well, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. You should drop me a line or a direct message and let me know how you're doing. What's going on with you in your worlds there?
Gabriella, loves your work, and she'd love to work with you because she loves Teen Titans, and Robin's her favorite character because he's in love with Star.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be cool. Yeah. Show me some stuff. What's up? Who's up?
The famous cartoonist Art Baltazar is watching us in the living room on the big TV.
Oh, hi everybody in Art's house. How are you? Hope things are well. I should have asked Art to come on here.
There you go.
This was so last minute. So last minute.
Here's a question from Jana Smith. What conventions do you have on the go so far that you're planning to attend?
Ooh, well, that's a good question. Let's see. Okay, so I'm definitely doing C2E2, which is in a couple of weeks, or a month or so. And then I'm doing. I don't know if I have them in the correct order, but I'm going to be doing. Actually, next week I'm doing a book fair here in Brewster, New York, not far from where I am. It's called the Book Bash in Brewster, New York. And that's only like a day thing. And then I'm doing C2E2. Then I'm doing Pittsburgh. I'm going to be at, I think it's called Three Rivers Con. So I'm going to be there. And then I'm going to be at, I don't know if it's announced yet, and I don't know if I could say it, but I'm going to be at Heroes Con, possibly, maybe. this year. So I'm going to be there. New York, San Diego, and Mohegan Sun. Terrific Con at Mohegan Sun.
Mhm.
Yes. So I think those are definite, and I think I'm just sticking to those. So shortening up my schedule this year a little bit.
Jason says that you got plans and schemes in place.
We do have lots of plans and schemes. This is hopefully the first of a few Kickstarters that we do. It was fun. It's you know, I've always created comic books, so this was the first time like I created something in conjunction with him where he's a real big game guy. So I know I'm going to be dreading a lot of people asking me about how the game works, and I'm not going to have any clue because that's all Jason. He knows the mechanics. He did all the math. He's a math teacher, so he did all the math and all the, you know, the testing and the prepping and all that other stuff. I just designed the characters, like, you know, he came up with a list of characters and stuff like that, and I designed all the characters, and then my son and I kind of developed their backgrounds a bit. So that was fun to do.
Will you be like using like a multi-sided die, or is it just the regular 6?
So the gameplay is it's a maybe that's him calling to tell us how to play the game, but it's two die. Is that maybe he's calling you?
One minute. I gotta hit this button.
Yeah, do it. You can answer it if you need to. I can schmooze or whatever, talk to people if you have to get that. But it's a 12 card set. Hopefully, with not that much of a stretch goal, we'll be able to get to 18 cards. So there's 18 playable characters in the game, and it's kind of like a fighting game where he told me there's like 4 or 5 different ways to play it. You can play with like a group of people. You can play one-on-one. You can even play by yourself with 2 cards. But it comes with 2 dice, one for each card, because it's usually, you know, per player. But we only include the 2 dice, and then 6 counter dice, little mini dice, where you can that serves as your hit points or your life points. So like when you follow the rules and you roll a 3 and you're like, oh, I hit you with this, or, you know, and then, you know, you roll and, oh, you didn't defend yourself, so you know, take away.
Yeah, I didn't do the block or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So so I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about the games, so you're gonna have to do all that, but I can come up with some cool backgrounds and some cool visuals, which I had a lot of fun doing. So I drew them over the course of last year. And then Zach Atkinson colored them. Who's an amazing colorer. I like him coloring all my stuff. But then, you know, I said it'd be cool if we did a Who's Who book. So we put that together. But then I'm like, you know, I had stories of them. You know, like, you know, things would pop into my head, and I said, you know what, we're gonna do a book, another book that's prose stories. Because my son and I were talking about it one day, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let's write this down. So that's called the Dark Atlas book, because the theory to the Dark Atlas book is that these dark stories have taken place throughout history and all over the globe. So, and these are like kind of spooky horror stories that have taken place everywhere. So we were coming up with names, and I'm like, oh, we got to name this other book. The Who's Who book has a name, but we need to name this other book. And we were spitballing some names, and my son just texted me out of the blue. He goes, how about Dark Atlas? And I'm like, I love that name. So the name of the book is called LXT Dark Atlas. So
I like that too. It's like the Darkhold.
Yeah. So.
And Jason says that there's 5 game variations with more to come. True.
Yes. True. See, I told you he's a game guy. He knows the game stuff. He tried to explain it to me like a few different times. But yeah. I'm like, I just want to draw them.
There's a nice little community for, like, from the original art point of view, dealing like with the games, like the Dungeons and Dragons games, the Magic game, Magic the Gathering. Yeah, it's a very sort of like a subgenre from the comic art people.
Yeah, Well, that's one of the things we were hoping to build some of the
Mhm.
the equity and the campaign is all the artwork is going to be up for sale, and they're going to be add-ons to the campaign. So hopefully people will dig it. All right, there's my Plastic Man in a nutshell. This is how far they go. See, like this is what I'm talking about. Like
Mhm.
they get all squiggly and stuff like this, and then like this is as far as I'll take them, and then when I have to draw them over, like I'll light box them. If I'm doing a sketch, and if I'm doing canvas, I actually either blow them up and trace them on, or I just freehand them if they're smaller ones. But yeah, then they get stiffened up. Sometimes with paint, it's a little bit looser. So, but anyway, there's Plastic Man. Whoever asked for Plastic Man.
D. Brad wanted to know, can you talk about anything about Flash Gordon? And do you plan on working with Eric Wolfgang in the future?
Well, there you go. Those are two separate questions.
Two separate questions.
I'll take the first question. First question is, yes, I can tell you that we're working on Flash Gordon. I can tell you that it is with Art Balthazar and myself. Other than that, I can't tell you anything else. So yeah. And the second question, Eric Wolfgang. I
Yes.
plan to. Yes, because I already have. We already did. We worked on a book called Super Fun Altogether, which is right here with Eric Wolfgang. It's written by myself and my son, with artwork by Eric Wolfgang. You'll be able to pick these up from me at shows. And Eric is an incredible talent. See, look, there it is. Franco, Nicholas.
You're starting to garble.
Ooh, am I still here?
Yeah, you're still there, but the audio was starting to, you were sounding like a Dalek.
Ooh. That's a cool sound though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Is it still doing it?
Yeah, it's still doing it.
Oh. All right. Well, maybe
It's as soon as you brought the comic up.
Maybe the comic has something to do with the static electricity in the microphone. But is it still doing it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Let me take myself out and then I'll come back.
Okay. Well, Frank is taking himself out. If there's any
How about now?
suggestions. Oh,
Is it better? No.
no.
Probably not. No. Maybe I'll take the comic away. But anyway, Super Fun Altogether. How about now? Now that I took the comic away, it's still doing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Super Fun Altogether. I don't know if it's doing it for everybody out there. Okay, it's probably, yeah, for people out there, maybe it's just you. Maybe it's in the connection here.
Yeah, it could be me.
So, and you can pick up Super Fun Altogether. But let me go back to that for a second.
Well, I'm going to leave the studio and come back because everyone says you're okay.
Okay. Oh, so now I'm totally alone. But anyway, Super Fun Altogether is by Eric Wolfgang and myself, and it's cool stuff. And it's cool artwork, so you can get that from me or on my website. My other book, and I plan to hopefully have the second issue soon as well. How about now? Good. All right.
Great.
So I also just came out with Fox and Evil, and I hope to have the second issue of this as well. This I worked on with Zach Atkinson, amazing colorist. I had done this book. I had done the first 2-ish issues online, and I just finished drawing the third issue. So this is Fox and Evil, and you can get this from me at conventions. I planned for this to be maybe about 25 issues or so altogether. So I'm going to put them out one by one, and then when I get like 6 issues together, they're going to be, I'm going to try and get them in a trade, and we'll try and do Kickstarters for those as well. But I'm going to publish individual issues. So yeah, no. All right, we were going somewhere before this, and I forgot what we were doing.
You can't. Yes, you and Art are working on Flash. Can't talk about it.
Too much. Yeah.
And
it's gonna be fun. It's a lot of fun so far, though. But yeah, I'm having a good time. So I like it.
Jason Sanity was wondering, do you remember watching the old Plastic Man cartoons?
Yes, love them. With Baby Plaz and those other guys as well. Yeah, loved it. I used to watch a whole bunch of cartoons. I don't watch that many of them anymore. I don't know. The new ones are weird, right? Either that or there are too many of them.
There's a lot.
So
It seemed like anime was a little secret in the community
right,
that
and
we
then it
all
just
sort of knew
kind of blew
about.
up.
And then now, yeah, it's all blown up.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I think we talked about this on the Aya podcast or on Trek Watch with Johnny, but I love Blue Eye Samurai.
Mhm.
Loved it. Amazing stuff. I
It
want
was
to
a
do
very good
that.
story.
Yeah. I want to do that. I don't know what I'm drawing here, by the way. So we'll see where it goes.
Well, you can always draw Madam Web.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing too, because like when I draw these things, I kind of want them to sell. So I don't know if anybody's gonna buy a Madam Web painting. Maybe they will. Maybe someone
Where's
fell in
Sydney
love with
Sweeney
it.
there? Go Sydney Sweeney. She's
Maybe.
a popular person.
Yes,
Holy
maybe.
cow. Art's all over the place. He's also on Instagram.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, commenting on Instagram?
No, he joined Instagram too. He's on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. If anybody knows what this is, let me know, and then we can go in that direction. But right now, it's just me sketching things. I started with a big eye up here, but then now it's not that.
Oh, who's the character? It's a Justice League character villain.
Oh, Despero?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a weird Flash because he's looking like a Flash
There you
to me
go.
right now. So get rid of this thing. Pretend this isn't here. Oh yeah. I'm feeling a Flash, but I don't like the jagged teeth. Unless I make them zoom or something like that.
Well, there's a bunch of different ones you could do.
Yeah, but none of them had this like jagged teeth thing here.
Oh, didn't that guy in the Flash movie have, well, yeah, no, he had jagged parts.
No. So who else is out there? Anybody else? No other
All right. Sophia Sumakis says Mr. A.
You can tell which ones are my students, right?
Yeah.
Sophia, you don't have to call me Mr. A. And hi. How are you, sweetheart? Doing all right?
There's a bunch of people have joined that are letters and numbers.
Oh.
Graphics girl says, "Hi Franco, miss your forehead."
Oh, thanks. It's still here though. I have it. It's right there.
Yeah.
So I know Graphics Girl. Hopefully I'm gonna get to see her somewhere along one of these shows. Somewhere out there. If I'm not mistaken, maybe from Ohio, that person. I don't know. Not sure.
Could be. Yeah, no, like Avenger Thor for Thor Life joined, and you gotta there's 28 on Instagram
Oh, hi Instagrams.
joined.
From what I've read, this Instagram feed thing will disappear after I shut off. Like on Facebook, it remains up there. You can see it
And on YouTube.
On YouTube, but on Instagram it disappears. So if you wanted to catch any of this, but you're probably at the best part right now that's not boring. All the rest of it is probably going to be boring. But if you wanted to catch anything else of what we said here, go to one of those other two places, because on Instagram it will disappears. It will disappears, yes. I almost feel a little bit like I'm back in the classroom with all my students coming back to say hi. Yeah.
Ooh. D. Brad thought, "Hi, Mr. A." At first, I thought you were drawing Mento from Teen Titans Doom Patrol with the big with the eye on the forehead.
Yeah. Nope. Told you. Totally went in a totally different direction. Who was that said hi, Mr. A? Was it D. Brad?
Yeah, it was D. Brad. I think that's it. You're just going to be Mr. A from now on.
Yeah. D. Brad's trying to confuse me. D. Brad should come on here because he's an
There you go.
artist as well.
Yeah. He's
should
West
come on.
Coast.
Yeah.
Right now it'd be
Early
4:50 his time.
Yeah, afternoonish for him.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think this can be a painting or I don't know.
Well, you can definitely have fun with the background.
Oh, especially with the flash ones, yeah. Lots of funs.
Yeah,
But
D.
then-
Brad would join us anytime.
That's cool. Yeah, a lot of these will turn out to be just sketches. Just like my daily stuff.
Oops. Jason said you could probably stretch the eye shape into a Starro face hugger.
Oh, there's an idea.
Like from the Doom Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad movie,
Yeah.
which was the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
So not only was the movie Dune was like 3 hours, it was close to 3 hours with everything, but we had about 20 minutes of trailers.
Oh, really? Anything
Yeah, we
good
had
in
some
the trailers?
long trailers.
Anything new and interesting?
No, I've seen them before. The Civil War movie that's coming out.
Yeah, that's a little scary
It is
in terms of thoughts.
too close.
Yeah. So I
Too
don't know if I
close,
wanna do that.
especially when they show them bombing Washington.
Oh,
Like,
I would get a
like,
little
it was
weirded
like
out with stuff like that when they would show like
Independence
Independence
Day?
Day.
Yeah.
You know, because like, all right, it's aliens, but still they're blowing up, Washington or the day after tomorrow, or when
Mhm,
New
yeah.
York freezes
Or
up and stuff like that, or Planet of the Apes.
2012. Was it 2012?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Frozen Empire?
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
Which would doesn't look that bad.
There you go. There's Flash.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm. There's a Flash. I may have to change his face because he looks too evil, but I may change it to a nice face, and use him as a regular Flash.
Yeah.
I've always liked Barry skinny. Well, Barry, Wally, anybody who's a Flash. I always liked them real skinny and wiry. A lot of people drew him kind of muscular, but I always thought he should be like, because his speed force is what gives him his strength too. And I always thought that was like, where he got.
He's not like Batman or Superman, that Batman who has to work out, and Superman who's
Right.
just Superman.
Even as a kid watching the Super Friends cartoon, I always thought they drew them too muscular, like Flash. I always thought they drew Flash too muscular because he was just as big as those other guys. But I always thought in my headspace, if I'm writing the character, drawing the character, which I never did, and no one asked me to, he was always thinner. I think he did show up in when we did Billy Batson and the Magic of Shazam. He showed up at the end there with the rest of the Justice League. But Mike Norton drew him, so I'm not going to tell Mike Norton how to draw the Flash because he's Mike Norton. He's amazing. I'm not going to tell him how to draw the Flash. So there's the Flash. Drew that. I've been drawing sketch cards too. I got a whole bunch. You want to see my sketch cards?
Yeah, why not?
These. I'll have these at the show. I'll have these at shows.
Oh, Jason disagrees with you. Barry, he says Barry should be muscular.
Okay, well, Jason is wrong. So, yeah, no, I don't. My mentality.
I never seen him. Like, if you look at the old Carmine Infantino, like he didn't look muscular.
Yeah, he had muscles, but he didn't look like
he wasn't jacked.
Right. Yeah. But then sometimes like who I liked when Francis Manipul drew him. because he was
Yeah.
streamlined. So I like that. But yeah, tell Jason he's wrong, or I'll tell him, Jason,
Jason,
you're
you're
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I drew this one. Here's a koala,
Ooh.
super koala. But then this is what I do on my downtime. I carry these with me. I'm such a loser, Wayne. I really am.
Have you seen Fred Hembeck? He has a whole bunch of sketch cards on eBay
No, not
all the
sketch
time.
cards
So sketch cards are happy.
Yeah, they're happy, but I carry them with me. Like I'll go to my mom's house and I'll bring a stack of them, and I'll just start drawing it. And I haven't colored them, but there's a Spider Woman, black costume. There's a Hellboy. There's a Black Panther. I just drew these like last night. Catwoman. And then I couldn't decide which beast to draw, so I drew that beast. And I didn't like that beast, so I drew that beast.
Oh, is that the evil beast?
I don't know. It's just beast, I think.
Okay. Well, no, isn't the current beast evil? He's like the same type of beast from Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read that.
It's one of the podcasts I listened to. They were talking about how Hank is not Hank. Like he's not the fun-loving Hank anymore. You know, the stars. Oh, my stars and garters.
Right. Yeah.
But he's like the evil beast from Age of Apocalypse.
Mm.
He has all these machinations out there.
Well, speaking of Apocalypse, then I drew Jubilee,
Mm-hmm.
and then Havoc, and he looks weird, and then Banshee, and then Wolverine, and then Darth Vader, because he's in the X-Men now too. So
he can be. He can be. No, he can now.
So look, this is me being look how many sketch cards I did. This is ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these are ridiculous. Cool. I'm not going to show all of them because I'm not gonna. But yeah. All right. What else? What else is next? Who's up there? What am I drawing?
No one's giving it. Okay, people aren't giving suggestions.
Oh.
I would say do a sandworm because I've just seen Dune, but that's too easy.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. It's going to get all in a weird direction that we don't want to go in.
How about Aquaman?
Ooh, Aquaman.
There you go. It's a guy you like.
Yeah, I have a love-hate with Aquaman because I like him, but I don't like to draw him. I do like to, but he never comes out the way I want him to. Maybe. Let's see. Aquaman. All right. Let me think. And... Yeah, tell me.
No, I got the wrong character. It's Justin Hartley has a new TV series, but he was Green Arrow in Smallville, not Aquaman.
Yes, that's right.
It's the Reacher guy was Aquaman.
Right. Yeah, and then that Hartley guy was on a show my wife watched. Real tearjerker type thing.
Oh, not The Two of Us.
This Is Us. This is us. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's this tracker who finds people.
Yeah, I saw the first episode. It was on after the Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I watched that. It was all right. I can be done after that. After that one. I don't know that I need to watch that again. Do I need to watch it again? Have you seen it more than one?
I saw parts of the show after the Super Bowl. Because that Super Bowl, that was a good Super Bowl.
Yeah, I liked it. It was entertaining.
Like, I left during the halftime because we usually do something at my brother's house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's when I usually leave is like halftime because that's a good time to get back home. Because a lot of the time I'm not really interested in the halftime show.
Yeah. Are you far? Is it far?
It's about a 20-minute drive.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it gets me enough time to get home.
Back for the game.
To get back to the game.
All right. Now here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm doing Aquaman here, he doesn't have a lot of changing costumes. He does sometimes, like he has a hook hand or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got the gold and green costume. But what about the blue costume? I really like the blue costume.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that made a lot of sense.
That was a really cool miniseries.
Yeah.
Craig Russell
Mm-hmm.
drew.
I
Don't
love
remember the
that
writer,
costume.
but I just remember the costume because the
Yeah.
covers were just amazing.
Yep.
And the other great series, it didn't really feature Aquaman in it, but was the Atlantis Chronicles, drawn by Esteban Morado.
Mm.
And I think Peter David wrote it, which gave the history of Atlantis.
Yeah. The gold and green costume made him look like a goldfish in my eyes always. But I
Mhm.
liked them. I like that. But I think I like the blue costume better. I wonder if people have probably older peoples have seen the costume, but I don't know if any of the young generation are aware of that costume at all
I don't.
because they
It
haven't really
wasn't
brought it
really
back at all.
popular outside the miniseries.
I know.
I don't
Why?
remember him wearing it outside the miniseries.
Right. So why? Why change it just for that miniseries and then never bring it back?
Maybe they treated it like an Elseworlds.
That's not a thing. Stop it.
Well, D. Brad was wondering if you could draw him on a seahorse, where it's not really a seahorse, it's Storm.
Mm. I could, but I started this already, but I
Yeah.
don't like this, so maybe yeah. Maybe.
So D. Brad, it's not just any type of seahorse. It has to be Storm.
Mm.
And the octopus has to be Topo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I'd have to look up how Storm actually looks, but I can do. See what I mean? My drawings always start out with this like very curvy.
Sort of like an angular. You know that right now, if you just stopped, have you ever heard of a character called Nemesis the Warlock that was drawn by Kevin O'Neill and written by Pat Mills? It's from 2000 AD.
Yeah, it sounds sort of familiar.
That face, that right there, that is the face of Nemesis.
I have to look that up afterwards. Right now I'm drawing a seahorse, so it's going to go. They crane their neck a lot. I would have to think long and hard about an Aquaman seahorse story.
Didn't you once tell me that you'd love to do a story with Aquaman and Hawkman?
Yeah.
Sort of like a surf and turf?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not what I would call it, but I have a pitch. I don't know if I'm ever gonna, get to do it, but I doubt it. I don't know. I haven't even sent it in, but I have an idea. I did tell you about it, right? Because it involved a lot of other people, a lot of other characters as well.
Could you do something like a Watchmen, where these are the characters adjacent?
Yeah, but I don't know that I would draw it. It's not my style.
Yeah.
But if I had somebody to draw it, maybe.
There you go.
We could talk about it and do it. That'd be interesting.
Well, after this, Aquaman and Storm, Jason would suggested a happy space ghost, not the dark, grim version they keep making him out to be.
I like the dark, grim versions. I don't think
you know the design I loved when I was a kid more than Space Ghost? Birdman. And I don't know why. It is the silliest looking design, but for me,
he looked cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just with him and 7 Falcon 7. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something. And then when he had Bird Boy had the metal wings.
Right.
Where he had the feather wings.
Yeah, because there was some sort of insane accident with Bird Boy.
That's right.
Where they had to give him. I'm just making that up, by the way. I don't know.
No. It's just that he adopted.
They never explained. Yeah, they never explained what happened to him. But
But it's just, I don't know. There's just something about it, and it's the music too. For it was more jazz, sort of like Johnny Quest.
Right.
It's more of a jazz approach to the soundtrack.
So a couple of years ago when DC did that what was that crossover they did with all those guys?
Oh, Future Quest.
Future Quest. That's right. Doc Shaner did some of the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
I love his artwork. When the last time I was at Heroes Con, he was there, and he had some of those pages for sale, and I bought a bunch of them. I bought like 2. I love those. I wanted more.
I picked up a Space Ghost from Ron Randall from that series.
So I picked up a Space Ghost, and then the other one was it used to be hanging on the wall. I got to hang it back up because we painted down here. So, but it was a Galaxy Trio was in one, and I went back, and he had them for a price, and then I went back, and then all the prices were raised after I bought a couple, and I was like, oh, because I wanted
surge
the
pricing
one. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's down in the States, but up here in Canada, Wendy's is now having surge pricing.
They rescinded it here. They said they were going to do it, and then they took it away. So,
I don't know if they've taken it away up here yet, but when I first saw that on the news, I'm just going, what?
People were getting angry down here. People were very angry. Yeah, I don't know that I'm accomplishing any of my mission tonight, because all these drawings are seeming like they're going to be sketches and not paintings tonight. But
no, once you start the Space Ghost, that could be a painting.
All right, I'm going to start that one now, because like this is not going anywhere. This arm is all wrong. This arm is good. This is not looking like Aquaman. So this is not looking like a seahorse. So there's got to be a whole bunch of changes. All right, let's try a Space Ghost painting. Maybe something. I don't know. Something a little bit maybe. I don't know. Retro? No, retro. That's not the right word. I don't know. Let's see.
An homage to Alex Toth.
Right. Let's see. You know what? Sometimes this helps. Sometimes I go smaller. All right. So yeah, I picked up those pages from Doc Shaner, and I love them because I love the, grew up with those characters,
and they're all like just one season.
Yeah, they should have been more, lots more.
Herculoids.
Love the Herculoids. Weird.
Gloop and Gleep.
The Galaxy Trio.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
Ted Cassidy was the voice of the guy who could grow.
Ted Cassidy. Oh,
Lurch.
Lurch. Right.
He was the voice.
Space Ghost.
Jan and Jason.
Would Birdman is the only one who would yell out his name, or would Space Ghost do it as
well? No, Spaceman. Space Ghost wouldn't. His villains would. That was almost like his war cry.
There he is. It's happening. He said happy, though.
Yeah, but you said you like the grim and gritty.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's the happy one. I put a smile on his face. What else? Other people out there? Anybody? Nobody? Is anybody watching?
Yeah, they're watching.
Oh, yeah.
Just no comments.
All right. They don't have to comment.
I did answer this. I answered someone on Instagram to see if you were going to be at C2E2. So
yes.
said, yes, you will be.
The answer is yes.
No. Saturday morning cartoons. I miss that. They don't have that anymore, I think.
I saw the end of that coming when Cartoon Network started up. And I'm like, oh, there's never going to be Saturday morning cartoons again. And it was cool because then Cartoon Network quickly developed Boomerang. You remember when they had Boomerang, that channel, and all the old stuff was on there, and I love that. But yeah, I knew it was going to be the end.
You remember the comics in the 70s that have the 2-page fold out of
Mhm.
what's going to be coming out in the
That
fall?
season, yeah.
Oh my god. Those were fantastic.
Space go. Yeah. He turned out to be almost like kind of like a bullet head here. Yeah, I miss the Saturday morning cartoons. I would get excited every season because then you'd be like, "Oh, what's coming on this year? What are they doing
Yep.
this year?" And it's not like when you had the internet today, where you can find out immediately what Superman's costume looks like the day they start filming. We didn't have any heads up about what was
Nope.
coming. So with the
Oh,
cartoon
think of
stuff,
Batman in '89, where the only thing that we ever saw was really the yellow emblem, and that was it.
you know. All right, let's play around with some shapes. Let's see what's happening here.
Did you ever watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
I would watch it sometimes. I don't know. It was weird. It took me a while to kind of
Warm up to it?
yeah.
Or did you ever watch Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law?
Yeah, I liked that, but I think because I warmed up to Space Ghost.
Okay.
But I did like it. And then there's Bird Girl.
Yes, Bird Girl was well done.
Yeah, that was funny.
I
I saw
love the
the first
cat.
season. Yeah,
The one episode that the cat had its own episode, and its own little adventures.
I got to watch that again.
Ah.
I'm drawing a very gritty Gleek now. No, Gleek is from Wonder Twins, right? What was the monkey
Herculoids.
on?
It's Gleek and Glook, isn't it? That the two little gelatin.
There's the monkey from the Wonder Twins, Super Friends.
Oh, that's Leap.
Right. Isn't it Gleek? Gleep?
Or Gleek. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think they might have used names over again.
And then there was a monkey from Space Ghost with
Yep. Jan and Jace. Gleek
yeah,
was from the Super Friends.
right, Gleek, yeah.
All right.
So from
Space Ghost. Blip.
See, I was kind of sort of close.
And then Herculoids.
Gleep and Glop, I believe.
Gleep and Glop. Yeah, okay, yes.
I believe. Oh boy.
Characters.
Oh boy. We're the losers right now. We're the losers.
Gloop and Gleep.
Mm.
No wonder we're getting confused. Gleek?
Blip.
Gloop and Gleek. And Blip.
Mm-hmm.
We're not losers, just remembering. It's just going back to our youth.
Yeah, but that was so far. So far
It's
away.
like,
So far.
that's why
so long ago.
Stranger Things, everyone loved Stranger Things because it was like, not really my youth, but stuff I remember.
Mm. But now that's coming back, and those guys are going to be so old.
They actually looked old in the last
They did, right?
season.
Yeah, what's her face? 11 was like, 4 times taller than she was in the first season.
Yeah. I think she'll be married by the time it's finished.
Mm. I don't like Space Ghost's head. It's too small. There we go. There we go.
Uh-oh. That
Oh, no.
reminds me of like 28 Days with all the monkeys getting upset.
Oh no. See, now, right now, see, this is my process.
Mm-hmm.
This is looking like maybe a painting to me, but not a big
Mhm.
one, because nobody will
Mhm.
buy a big Space Ghost one. They'll buy a smaller Space Ghost one. So this right here is looking like a painting to me because of the lines and then what you can do with the
Yep.
background. Not blip.
Blip.
It's an angry blip.
Yeah, it is an angry blip. Someone took
angry.
his banana.
See, here I can have fun with the colors on the black, like reflective
Mhm.
colors like purples and blues, and then throw some paint in the background here, like splatter paint. See, here it is. This is it. It's happening.
See?
The process. Who would have known? Who would have known that it was going to be a Space Ghost? We got it. I got it. It's happening. And the yellows right here will pop. There it is. See, and I'll draw an arrow because it'll tell me that this is the one that I'm going to
Mhm.
use. And then later, when I sell this sketch in my notebooks, and someone says, "What is the arrow for?" and I'm like, "I don't know. Probably because this is the one I was going to pick for the painting." But there's some I have in my notebook that I sell these at conventions, my sketches, because what am I going to do with all of them? But there's one sketch, I think it's of Supergirl, and I wrote Nathan Fillion, red curtains. And people see that in my book all the time, and they ask me, what does that mean? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know why I wrote down Nathan Fillion. Maybe it was something in my head at the time.
Were you redecorating the office?
Yeah, no, that wasn't it either. And sometimes I'll write down colors, like if I remember a specific color. But no, this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. See?
We have a painting right here. Maybe the sun right behind him, and these could be sun rays or something. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that. But no blip. Blip isn't going to be in it. It's just going to be him, and it's going to be a smaller
Blip
painting.
is just angry.
It'll be a smaller painting. It'll be like maybe like a 4x4 or 6x6 inch, not feet, canvas.
Have you seen the canvases that Frank Cho works on?
No.
When you're talking about 6x6, he does walls.
Oh yeah, I do some big ones too, but I don't feel they sell. Like I do private.
Oh no.
commission
He just does that to paint.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I get that. I have done that on occasion, and all those paintings are hanging in my family room because they're not gonna sell. Something that large, unless it's a commission, is not gonna sell. I did a Justice League painting last year, and it was a big one. It was 4 foot by 6 foot, I think.
Was that the 26 or 20-some characters?
Yeah. So that if it's a private commission, I'll do it. But like usually for one-offs or sells or stuff like that, no. But see, this was a nothing sketch. This was going to be just like, this is not happening, and then it turned into something. See that? So that's a painting right there.
A happy little accident.
Well, that's the way they happen. I'll sit here and draw, and then that'll. I drew this before. You want to see this? I'm gonna put it up for sale later.
Oh, where are the feet? Okay, good.
Yeah, the ballet shoes.
I don't know why I don't like the running shoes. I think the costume design is better with the ballet shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
And look, this is how bad it is, because like, look, I drew this last year, but I didn't color it till now because I inked it. So then I'll put it up for sale later. But that's how it turns out sometimes. I'll draw something, I don't like it, then I'll come back to it. Need more paper.
It was like that with the Spider Woman, wasn't it? The Spider Woman that you were working on. It was the all black.
The Skittles one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And took the red lipstick or something.
Yep. Yeah, I have a few of those canvases where I'll start them and it's just not. It's not happening. And then I'll put them aside.
So,
It was,
I'm just going to toss this out there to anyone out there. Franco is willing to take any suggestion of characters that you would like to see him draw.
true. That is
Please
true.
feel free to comment, and I will pass on your suggestion.
Yes. I was drawing something the other day. My wife said that she liked a lot. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Nothing's going to happen with it. She goes, but I like it. I said, yeah, but nothing's ever going to happen with it. She goes, you should do that one. I'm like, nope. It's not going to happen. Just not gonna.
I remember the commission you did for my great nephew, the Steamboat Willie. Yvette really liked that one.
Yeah, and that's dangerous when that happens. Because if she really likes it, she won't let me sell it. So, and I said, no, this one's already sold. So she couldn't keep it. She has gotten better where she's like, okay, I know it's not mine or whatever. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Just start drawing faces, heads, shapes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know who it is. But now I got to look up a picture.
Is it Rom?
Yeah, right?
Am I right?
Yeah, Rom Space Knight,
wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the going, okay, I could see
Yep.
a Rom in that.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it happened.
And I don't know how much money Marvel had to pay to be able to license to reprint those books that you
Right?
can't get anymore.
Yeah, right?
That and the Micronauts.
They
I made
did
sure I
both.
ordered those.
Wasn't that at IDW or something like that recently?
The
ROM
new
was
ROM series was at IDW, but they could not use some of the characters that Marvel created.
like the Wraiths and stuff like that, right? Or the
Yeah, that was with the ROM,
right,
the Dire Wraith.
right.
And some of the characters, I don't know which of the Micronauts that were not created for the toy line, but were created by Marvel, they couldn't use in the subsequent Micronaut series
Right,
from other
because
publishers.
like one of those characters wasn't. I want to say the X-Men aliens. The
Wraith. Yeah, it is the Wraith.
is it? Weren't they in ROM and then they repurposed them for the X-Men, or am I wrong on that? Maybe I don't know. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up, Franco. Nobody cares.
Oh my lord, the critic is here.
Yeah. So now is Marvel doing them again, or they just did the reprints?
They're doing the reprints. They got they're able to do. Yeah, they were what they must have got the rights, just like what they did with Master of Kung Fu, to be able to get the rights to do reprint the old series with Fu Manchu in it. They had to renegotiate
With who for that?
the estate of the creator of Fu Manchu, because that was Shang-Chi's father.
Oh, and it was I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
back in the 70s, they were able to, it's not like a character anyone was using, but Shang-Chi's father was Fu Manchu.
I remember that, but I didn't know that it was. I thought
And that's the reason why it could never get reprinted. The old stuff could never get reprinted.
Huh.
So something happened that they were able to get it through the estate. So I made sure when those books got solicited that I ordered them, because then you never know when that'll ever come back again. Right. Just like the Godzillas. Mm-hmm. Marvel's doing an omnibus of the Herb Trimpe Godzilla.
Oh. You're all knowledgeable.
I'm waiting for Shogun Warriors next. All the classic Marvel licensing books.
So I'm not a mechanical guy now that I'm drawing this ROM. I don't like drawing cars. I don't like drawing trucks. I don't like robots.
So
Though
Transformers would not be a book for you.
I did a couple of Transformer G.I. Joe covers. Artwood's doing them for I forget who did them at the time of that. Was it IDW or somebody else had the license to do them, and they asked me to do some covers. So I did. They were fun, but they're also robots. I don't like the robots. Not that I can't draw them, it's just they're difficult for me anyway. There's some people that draw them and it's amazing. You know who it's not a robot, it's Iron Man, right? But Iron Man's a challenge because he's very angular and stuff like that. But man, Bob Layton, he can draw the heck out of Iron Man anytime, and it looks clean and mechanical, but like there's someone in the suit. But I don't know. I can't. Like my ROM is looking kind of weird. It's weird. I bet you Bob Layton could draw a good ROM.
No, I'm sure he could. D. Brad asked, "Can you draw a duck?"
Probably.
Okay, your choices are Yaki Doodle, Baby Huey, Darwing, Scrooge, Howard, or Donald.
Oh, yeah, they are not going to come out looking like any of those guys. I'd have to look up reference. I'd have to definitely look up reference for that one. Rom's gun was always weird too. It was like this.
Oh, God, yeah. It looked like a dustbuster.
Right? So I'm not the only one, right?
No. And so did the phasers in Next Generation. They had the little
phasers look like little hand dust. Like
they were hand. They were nickname was Dustbusters for them.
So the gun for Rom. Sorry, I didn't realize I was off the camera. The gun for Rom always reminded me of like they put it together with Lego. Because it's like stacked on stack stuff. Looked weird.
Well, that was a great time then with ROM. Shogun Warriors took advantage of the mech.
That was a Marvel thing?
Craze. Yep.
No. Yeah, was it?
Again, another toy tie-in.
Right. Okay, now I remember it. Yeah.
Because they looked like big samurai.
Right.
Robot samurai.
Yeah, I remember those guys. Rom is weird because he looks like he's wearing a metal t-shirt and metal underwear. And then he's got like a humanoid body form. It's weird.
I only read a couple of issues, but I keep hearing everyone just praising it. That is such a good story.
So they just came out with the omnibus thingy?
Yeah, the first omnibus is out. Second one has been solicited, and there'll be a third one to finish the collection.
Oh man, that's something I'm gonna have to get.
And Micronauts, the first two have been solicited.
Yeah, Micronauts I never really got into. Rom I would see because I remember him showing up in the other comics. Like he would show up in Spider-Man or vice versa. Spider-Man would show up in his book, and it's the reason I would get it. See, this right here is probably going to be another sketch at some point instead of a painting. Definitely. Yeah, and he's done.
D. Brad said you can do a duck version of any character if you can't do any of the specific ducks.
Oh, really?
Do a duck. Yeah.
A duck version? Duck. Well, should I draw one of the other ducks specifically or one of the...
Whichever...
All right. A duck version of a character.
Yeah.
Which all right, so give me a character that I could turn into a duck.
Thor. He's already
Oh.
been a frog.
Thor duck?
Thor duck.
Thor duck. Thor duck. All right. Sounds like something that I would have in my air conditioning unit. Thor duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dr. Doom Duck.
Dr. Doom duck.
Booster Gold Duck.
Booster Gold duck. No,
Yeah.
that definitely sounds like Thor duck and Booster Gold duck definitely sound like they need to be in my air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
All right. So all right. Well, so we got Thor, Doom, or Booster Gold duck. So
Mhm.
we got to pick one of those.
Yeah. Sean
You see-
McNinery went with Dr. Doom Duck. Matt Rogers went Booster Gold Duck.
Oh man.
Anthony Latch just jumped on. You should draw some ducks. Yeah, Anthony, he just likes to know, what type of duck do you think he should draw?
All right. So if it's a Doom duck, then it's gonna be
Another metalhead.
yeah. Well, that one's okay, kind of, but
Yeah.
all right. All right. So let's go with Doom. Yeah.
Here's the theory. Dr. Doom, scarred or not scarred?
Oh, scarred. Definitely scarred.
Okay. Is it
You think
definitive?
otherwise? Yeah, it's got to
I'm
be.
not too sure whether or not, because there's always been that he wasn't scarred in the accident, but because the mask wasn't fully cooled off, that's what scarred his face with the Kirby run. When we looked at the origin of Doctor Doom, that it was his vanity was so bad that it just taken over, that any imperfection in him was magnified.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah.
That's an interesting take. So basically, I don't know if I saw this or if I'm making it up now because you said something.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with he's slightly scarred. Like he has one scar across the eye or something like that. And he hides the face because it's his brain.
I go back to Fantastic Four 200, where he goes insane in a room full of mirrors.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you never ever see his face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's those imperfections. Oh, and then Sean was talking about Triumph and Torment. He believes that was the graphic novel that explored it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Mike Mignola.
Mike. I'm trying to figure out if it's open duck mouth, because closed duck mouth looks weird. So,
but if you look at some of the drawings of Doom in the eyepiece area, you could see scar tissue where the eyes are.
But so, I like the idea of very minor scar.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'm liking this duck at all, because it's not looking like Doom or a duck.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm excited for the Marvel Fantastic Four movie.
Me too. I like a lot of those actors. Now here's with Thor duck or Doom thuck.
Watch what you're saying.
I know. I almost said Doom fuck, but I didn't. So I said Doom duck. So would he wear a cloak if he's got wings and stuff?
Why not? Darkwing Duck does.
Oh, that's true. See, why did you ask me to do this? We should have gotten Tad Stones on here, because I know him and he's amazing. And I should have asked him to come on, and he can do that, because he draws amazing ducks. That guy. I don't draw
See,
ducks. So.
Matt said you can have booster duck and goose beetle.
Oh boy. There's something
The
that
blue and gold.
talk about a do your own version, like we were talking about with the Aquaman Hawkman thing. Yeah, this is not working out well. This is no. I'd have to give it some time. This is not happening. No. No. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. No. No. Like I just imagine, like I wind up covering his tail feathers because his cloak has to come in and sit on the water afterwards. No, this is that. No. Whose idea was this? Sean? No. Who's the D-Brad? It's D-Brad's
D-Brad. Blame D-Brad.
Yeah. I don't
Yes.
like this,
no, it was Sean.
With the duck idea. Well, I think it was D-Brad's idea about the
D-Brad,
duck.
it was it was D-Brad's idea of duck of any character.
And then Sean jumped in with the duck of Doom Thuck. I can't get that out of my head now. Doom Thuck.
Is it Submariner duck or Submariner duck?
I think it'd just be Duck.
Okay. Because D-Brad was saying Submariner duck or Submariner duck.
No, I don't like this at all. No.
John loves the fact that you're a bit frustrated, but he doesn't enjoy the process.
It happens. That's the process. It happens sometimes. You can't help it. You got to draw and stuff, and sometimes it happens, and sometimes it don't. It don't happen sometimes.
The sub-mallard.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Sub-mallard. Exactly. All right. Maybe there's an idea brewing here. Let's see. Maybe
well, Deadpool and Wolverine are coming out.
Yeah. But it's got to... Paintings are always a thing, like, I don't know, inspiration's got to hit me.
So like the Space Ghost one.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And then in my paintings, I tend to get very abstract, and I tend to play with the colors and shapes too a lot more than I would on a sketch. So all right, let's see if you can figure this one out as I'm going. Although I may change it. No, you're way off.
we're on the
you're way off, but let's see. I'm gonna try it again because it wasn't shaping up like I had it in my head.
I was seeing Madame Mask. I think because I was thinking the Iron Man run with Bob Layton.
I liked Madame Mask. I thought she was cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I gotta see if this comes out of my head.
I think the cover, other than the Demon in the Glass Bottle, is the one with Tony falling from the helicarrier with the suitcase opened, and the Iron Man suit is inside it.
There was that two-parter. I don't know if Bob Layton did it or not, but there was that two-parter where he
that's with the
Hulk.
Dr. Doom?
No, when he fights the Hulk.
Okay.
And the Hulk hits him so hard that his suit shuts down. So the next part, they had to get Ant-Man to go in and hit the release valve to let Tony out because he was going to die in the... And I remember the Hulk hit him so hard that he created it was a crater in the middle of the street. Or no, Iron Man hit the Hulk so hard that he knocked him out. But then his suit shut down. I remember. I don't know if that was Bob Layton or not, but I remember that.
That would have been an Avengers book.
Nope, it was an Iron Man.
Was it an Iron Man?
Yep, it was in a two-part Iron Man book. Yep.
See, I remember the ones I really loved that Bob did were the with Dr. Doom and Tony. I think it was a trilogy of stories that he did together.
I've gone all silent. I apologize.
Sean, Havoc was previously displayed as a sketch card.
Yes, I did do that previously as a sketch
Yeah.
card. All right, this is not coming out like I thought it would in
Okay.
my head.
Jason suggested a duck wearing a duck costume.
Okay, Jason needs to stop commenting at this point. So I'm not the duck was horrible. It was a horrible duck. We're not going back to that duck. I feel ashamed.
I think duck is the theme because Akusta Rain, Catwoman, but as a duck.
Okay.
I think duck seems to be the theme.
I don't think no ducks are happening. This is a horrible idea. Who started this show to begin with? Who did this?
That
was me. That was my idea. Sorry.
All right, let me try this again.
No ducks.
No ducks.
I feel ducks are not happening tonight. This is not happening to my satisfaction either.
Is that like a character from Star Wars Clone Wars?
This one? No.
Okay. See, it's not Mr. Miracle because he has a hood.
Yeah, this one's gonna. This right now. My feeling with this one is this one's going to be a painting.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes the way I'm thinking it should.
Okay.
But we'll see.
It's not the Phantom Stranger because it looks like the medallion that Stranger would have. But again, it's the cloak. It's the hood that's throwing me off. Oh, Hour Man.
No. Good guess, but no.
Good, because that has the hood.
Mm-hmm. So here's where you'll probably figure it out, because that's as far as I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
But let's see. All right. We could talk about things. We don't have to keep guessing. Like.
Oh yeah. No.
She-Hulk.
No. She-Hulk, but holding a rubber ducky.
Because then it's gonna. No ducks. No, it's not gonna. I was just gonna say, if we don't keep talking, then it's gonna.
Yeah. Okay, it's
gonna turn into the duck thing again.
Sean was wondering if it's a Green Lantern.
No. Let's see here.
Oh, the Spectre.
No, everybody keeps thinking.
No, I don't see the no. I'm going through my hooded costume characters. Marvel doesn't have a lot of hooded costume characters.
You're right, but this is one of them.
As I'm like, other than it, unless you're a goblin. Oh, the Evil Queen from Snow White. That's a good one. Oh, so obvious now.
Yes.
Sean, Cloak and Dagger.
Yes.
Congratulations, Sean.
Sean wins the no prize.
Yep. Yeah, one of the few characters in Marvel that has a hood. Yeah, cloak. A cloak. Not just a cloak, but a hoodie cloak.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sean wants to know, can his prize be Dr. Doom Duck?
No one's ever getting that. Look at this thing, Sean. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I may give it a crack after camera goes off, but it's no. This was Sean. This was all your fault, Sean. This is your fault, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed right now.
I loved what Rick Leonardi did with the characters. No, yeah. With Bill Mantlo, wasn't it?
Yep. I believe so. I could be wrong. See, but this is getting into all the things that I like about painting. See, it's got the angles and the
Yep.
swirls.
And the complementary characters, the light and the dark.
Because then the cloak is going to go, it's going to go around, and then this is going to be lit up in here. It's happening. This is happening right now. I'm liking it. It's going in the direction I want. It's not looking like one of the normal things. Oh, but wait, I think she has, I might have to reverse it, because then she has that tattoo light or arc light on one of her eyes. So it might have to be.
Flowers or daggers. Yeah, I wonder if it's a diamond, I think.
She's got that circle around her eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Kind of like domino.
Yeah. So yeah.
There we go.
Now, those of you that are watching this, and then if I ever do this painting, you come back to this and you look at it and you compare it to the painting, just know that it can be drastically altered. Because some of these curls won't look exactly the same way. Right now, it looks like she's got a bunch of curlers in her hair, and I don't like this sweep, so that's probably going to change. But so far, this is gelling in my brain right now.
Would you say that Cloak and Dagger would be the analogs of Obsidian and Jade? And yeah, Obsidian and Jade.
From DC?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cloak and Dagger are much cooler.
Okay.
In appearance and name. And she's got a very unique boob window, so to speak.
Yes.
See, I like it. See, it's happening. It's happening. It's all happening.
It's almost like a playing card, like a face card.
See, this I could see as a larger painting, definitely, because then the cloak would wrap around, and she'd be in the cloak. So this would be black, up until here. Then it would start to fade to light. But this would be black, and then here would be lighter. And she's got a circle of light around her. See? It's weird how it gets there sometimes. It doesn't go right away. But I'm liking it. I don't know if I like his face. And I don't know if I'll
he's
fill
never
in the
happy.
eyes. Well, I know that. But I might want to make him. Sometimes what I do is I light box this and then I draw the features over again.
Did you ever watch the series Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah, I liked it enough, but kind of wished it was a little bit more.
How about the Runaways?
Didn't watch the Runaways. Wanted to, but then just never got to it. You know, a Cloak and Dagger series would look great in a very stylized cartoon. It would look great as a stylized cartoon. You know, like almost have a. No, I would go more like Samurai Jack. Tartakovsky, Gendy.
Guy does Primal.
If you would let him, but almost not him, kind of like that, but it would need a little bit more. It would need to look more stylized. You ever see the Book of Kells, that cartoon? Or
Don't think I have.
if you look it up, the Book of Kells, or they did another one with a wolf. I think that one was on Apple TV. The artwork there was very, very unique in terms of a stylization, something like that, but more angular. Anyway, somebody at Warner Brothers call me and let me design the cartoon, because that will be cool. It would look sort of something like this, sort of. But yeah, I got to work on the hood. I don't like the size of it. The cloak, the hooded cloak here. And then I like these. See, these things will probably stay. Like this angular, like
This shape, yeah.
They'd be different shades of blue, most likely. I like all the weird characters. I like Cloak and Dagger. I like Hawkman, Aquaman.
How about the Inferior 5?
Never got into them, really. But I like where you're going. I like where your head's at. You know? I like it. I don't like his nose. I don't like it. I think his chin needs to be longer and more angular. See right here? See, I had it rounded, and now I unrounded it, and I like it better. I might even leave the eyes now, but I think the eyes need to be darker and more angular. What are you guys out there thinking? Liking it? Not liking it?
They haven't gotten past the ducks.
We're still on the ducks. That's good. Ducks are good. Ducks are going to come back to haunt me. I know it.
You'll be at C2E2, and everyone will go,
Duck?
Can I have a duck?
Duck, yeah. There it is. That's what's happening right there.
Yeah, Jason's loving it.
Thank you. Jason, which Jason? Jack and Eddie?
Nope, Jason Sanity.
Ah. Well, thanks, Jason.
And so does Acustica.
Thanks. Yeah, I was going to say, if it was Jack and Eddie, he was around when I would do them as demos for my class. Sometime I would do painting demos, and he'd come in and hang. She almost looks like Lady Gaga. She reminds me of Lady Gaga right there.
Well, we'll be looking forward to her as Harley Quinn.
So there it is. There's look. I think we've gotten to the point where I like what I did in terms of what one of my future paintings will be.
A nice prelim.
Well, the reason I did this because I wanna paint tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and put this on a canvas. And then the other thing that happens too is, and this happens a lot, is like I have a bunch of canvas that I'll just start painting on, and then I'll abandon it halfway through. But some actually do come out to be, paintings. So I'm thinking this is going to be on a long canvas, probably a long thin canvas like this, so that he'd be here and she'd be here, and then the cloak will come out, and then hair.
Engulf.
So,
yeah.
So it'll be something like that, probably, is what I'm thinking. And you guys were here to see it. You saw it. Saw it. It happened. And the cloak would wrap around. Yeah.
Would you like another suggestion?
Not if it's a duck.
No, I'm just tossing it out there because if anyone has a suggestion for Franco, now's the time to shout it out.
Yeah. I think I've gotten it, so I don't know if I need suggestions. But if you got one,
right,
definitely shout it out. But maybe the next time.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah. Well, how long have we been going now?
Hour 44.
Almost 2 hours. Holy cow! See what happens when you just sit here and draw?
Draw ducks.
Yeah, my mind just goes and This is why I never turned the camera on. Like with you, I had the forethought before we started. Oh, let me talk to Wayne and see if he's if he's around. Because if I'm going to do this, maybe it's something that we could do on here. But that's what I mean. It's like it didn't.
Oh, Jason Sanity was saying Luke Cage in his Power Man costume, Sweet Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Sean said Beast and Wonder Man.
Ooh, come on.
Oh, but Beast, Franco previously in his sketch cards had two different versions of the Beast.
I did. I could pull them up again because there were two weird versions.
And for Wonder Man, you'd have to specify which era.
Yeah, see,
Because his
Beast,
costume has changed.
I drew this one, real cartoony. Then I drew this one, a little bit more recent. So yeah, I have a bunch of other ones too. That
they were close to the beginning of the show, Sean.
You know,
the sketch cards.
This is what I did when we were on the Yeah podcast the other night. I did that the lawgiver there. I got a bunch of them. Let's see. Some of them are weird. I don't want to show some of them. Other ones are just.
Well, you did have a Havoc.
Yeah. There's a
Kirk.
Man Bat.
Mr. Langston.
And then this guy.
Ah.
So I did draw. But yeah, I got all these.
Oh, Sean would like to see the Havoc if you don't mind showing it.
Where's the Havoc? Havoc is around here somewhere. He looks weird, Sean. I'm not gonna lie. Looks very weird.
But I love when Neil drew him with the concentric circles going out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the Havoc. It's awful. He told you it's weird. All right. I think we did good there. We got two paintings. So out of all the drawings I did, let's do a recap, shall we? Let's do a recap. We started out with. I started out drawing this guy. For those of you that missed that, I don't know what happened there. And then this was something that was happening, and then there was I don't know if these are in order because they all got all mixed up, but then there's a plastic man that'll probably turn out to be a sketch somewhere. Turned out to be, I don't know, some evil eye, but then it turned into like an evil Flash, but he might turn into a good Flash because I'll change him. And then the Aquamans are horrible. That was an Aquaman. Then that was an Aquaman with Seahorse. That was so good. And then we hit upon the first one. First small painting right there. That would be a Space Ghost, but it's going to be a small painting, not a big one. The Cloak and Dagger is going to be a larger one. And then things went horribly, horribly wrong with the Doom Thuck. I still like Doom Thuck. I like that one. And then there's the Romulan Rom. And then so we did get some sketch cards out of this. So it's not, you'll see that these Aquaman will never be used. The Doom Thuck will never be used. The two paintings, which was the whole idea behind this, the two paintings that we got out of this were this small Space Ghost, because I'm imagining something happening with the colors back here, and then the Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is going to happen. So yeah, so that's it. So I want to say thanks, everyone. That was fun. I drew for a couple hours. If anybody's interested, I'm going to put up this Spider-Gwen pen and ink sketch in a little while. Put it up for sale on my socials and stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Always thankful for you guys being here. Let's get this out, and then I'm real big. Hi. And then we'll go back to normal. But yeah, well, I really, Wayne, I gotta have you remind me to do this more often because
okay, I can do that.
I just lose track of time. So we'll probably see you on the Yeah podcast at some point where I'm looking to do another one of those at some point, and then definitely do another one of these next week because I draw all the time. So why not draw on camera with people? I won't feel so lonely. Not that I feel lonely. Don't think that I feel lonely. It's just I just sit down here a lot. I sit down here a lot by myself.
And I watch a lot of really bad movies.
We should just do it together then. But
what was it? I was talking to Mitch, and he says, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Yeah, I just watched like Shriek of the Mutilated, Scared to Death," and he goes, "Oh, I don't even want to know what your collection looks like."
It's true. True. All right, so yeah, hopefully that Cloak and Dagger and that Space Ghost will be with me at C2E2. I got a couple other things that are kind of halfway started. I was looking through a pile of canvas that I have because yes, I'm that guy. I have a pile of canvas, like piles of canvas, because I buy them every time they're on sale. And I was going through to look for a specific size because I'm trying to do something for someone, and I found a Spider-Man one. I'm like, oh wait, why did I never finish this? It's like halfway done and just like stuck in there. But then that's not the only. There's
Was it like you just did like half the face? So it's just like
no, it's a whole body, and he's fighting the Kingpin. But he's like too. I think I know why I stopped because he's like really small compared to the Kingpin. But then I started this before the Spider-Verse movie came out, so now it feels like it's okay.
Yeah, you can take Bill's version of the Kingpin.
Yeah, right. No, it's definitely a Buscema version, like the John Buscema version of him.
Oh, but the version in the animated feature, that's Bill.
No, I know that.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm
sorry.
saying on the canvas, what I've drawn already is but I don't know. We'll see. But I have that with a lot of canvases. I just leave them and then kind of halfway done. But yeah, we'll have to have D-Brad on at some point, and maybe Mike Hardigan on at some point. So we'll get more people on. You just won't have to listen to me. I know you guys are here for Wayne, so we'll try and get somebody else on here for you guys. All right? Cool. Until then, back at you.
Franco, yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now, Franco. Yeah, catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up with Franco. Yeah, we're catching up. Gotta catch it now.